Now, my next guest is one of Britain's biggest exports to Hollywood, from his award-winning role as Martin Luther King in Selma. He should have got an Oscar for that, to working with stars like Angelina Jolie, George Clooney, Oprah Winfrey. And now, David Oyelowo is back in cinemas in Peter Rabbit 2. Well, David joins me now. It's so lovely to see you. How are you doing?
You too. I'm very well, thank you. Always a pleasure to see you.
Oh, it's great to see you. Now, this is a lovely film. It's charming, absolutely charming, and kind of done for your kids, for your daughter specifically.
Yeah, very specifically. I was in the process of gearing up to direct a film of my own when the offer for Peter Rabbit 2 came along, and it was my first time directing a film. There was just no way I could afford to compromise that. I actually turned down Peter Rabbit 2 3 times because I was just so scared of, messing up my directorial debut. And one of those 3 times, it was the 3rd time, my daughter Zoe overheard me talking to my agent saying, I just can't do it. And she said, "Dad, did I just hear you turning down Peter Rabbit? You cannot do that, Dad. You cannot do that." And I literally had to call my agent back saying, "Zoe has spoken. I'm going to have to figure this out."
Exactly. Priorities are right. You have to do that. Now, is she going to be happy, though? Because he's a little bit of a... He's not a terrible baddie, but he's a little bit of a baddie.
It's funny. I took her out to lunch yesterday, and she's only 9, and she said, "Dad, you were very good at playing the antagonist." I thought, I play more than the antagonist. I play heroes sometimes. No, but you're very good at that. So I think she's okay.
And when you were acting with all the little creatures, I mean, obviously, is a lot of it on green screen? Do you have to sort of react to these gorgeous wee things, and they're not really there?
Well, you know what? I had to really lean on Rose Byrne and Domhnall Gleeson for this, because you are acting with these sort of maquettes. They're just these cylindrical things they put in your hand, and you're sort of acting as if you've got a rabbit, and you feel so stupid. But it's because Rose and Domhnall had done it once before, and they seemed fine. I thought, okay, I may be okay here, but it's the most ridiculous thing, which is part of the fun as well.
Well, exactly. And for goodness sake, you can't be typecast. You think of all the different roles that you've done, and then you said that you were directing, that was The Waterman you were directing and starring in as well. That's a huge leap, but good for you. And I always think that actors make really good directors because you know so much.
Well, yeah, doing some of these great films I've been blessed to be a part of has been my film school in a way. Even shooting Peter Rabbit too, because I shot that just before I went on to direct The Waterman. I learned so much from Will Gluck and his directorial style as well. But working with the likes of Spielberg, Ava DuVernay, Anthony Minghella, Chris Nolan, it doesn't get better than that. And so yeah, I'm very proud that I've got that under my belt now, having directed a film, and you guys get to see it on Netflix in July, I believe.
Oh, I can't wait to see it. It's such a brilliant story. It really is. And is this giving you the taste for more, do you think? Do you think you might be doing more?
Oh, yeah. I just love telling stories, and I love telling stories for families as well. Both Peter Rabbit 2 and The Waterman are indicative of something I love putting out into the world, which is, films, stories that, 3 generations can watch, kids, their parents, and their grandparents. And so, telling those kind of stories is definitely a focus of mine going forward.
And since you've been, obviously, a lot of the time you spend in the United States, because like when you were talking about your daughter, she's got a wee American accent, you've made some really, really good friends there, including Oprah Winfrey. I mean, you call her, what is it you call her? Mummo, you call her?
Momo, yes.
Momo.
She's my Momo. No, she's just an incredible human being, as the world knows. But, to have that special connection with her is huge. She's actually a producer on The Waterman as well. She's just a huge supporter of mine. And I love her deeply. Oh,
to have someone like her at your back, that's a proper friend. That is lovely. Yeah. That's absolutely lovely. Now, tell me, though, you want to do... Now, this is fascinating. Sugar Ray Robinson, you want to do the story on him? That would be incredible. He was an astonishing man, wasn't he? So much more to him than just, an amazing athlete, an incredible boxer, which he wasn't even that keen on. Just a remarkable man.
Yeah, gosh, you know the history there. Yeah, he was more interested in being a song and dance man than he was a boxer. He just happened to have thunder in his fists, as he called it. But yeah, he also was doing remarkable things at a time where it was so challenging to be a black person in America, let alone someone who was redefining not only the sport, but the way the business of boxing was being conducted. Just a fascinating story, a tortured man in some ways, you know, had both wonderful qualities and terrible qualities, but that, of course, is what complex characters have, and that's what I'm always looking for.
Well, exactly. What a wonderful part to play. Oh, I can't wait to see that. That'll be great. And I have to thank you again, because the last time we were talking, it was about a United Kingdom, which was the amazing story of Botswana. And I loved that film, and it was on recently. It was on recently on Netflix, and I just wallowed in it. It was gorgeous. It just made me want to go back. I cannot wait to go back to Botswana. It's one of the most beautiful, beautiful countries, and the whole history of it was just remarkable. So thank you for that movie. I loved that.
Oh, thank you, and thank you for your connection to that place. You know, you've always spoken about it in such loving terms, and yeah, you know, again, the kind of film that I'm just so proud to have been a part of, and I just want to keep on telling these kind of stories. So when they're appreciated, it means so much.
Well, that's the thing. You've just summed it up there. That's what a really good movie is all about. It's storytelling. It's absolute storytelling. And I mean, Peter Rabbit is one of the most enduring stories. For goodness' sake, we've all read the books. I've still got the collection of the books. I've kept it from my childhood. And Peter Rabbit 2, The Runaway. It's out in movie. We can actually go to the movies, David. It's so exciting.
It's so exciting. I took my daughter and my wife to see it in London this past weekend, and it was the first time I've been in a movie theater in over a year. And there is something very special about that communal experience, laughing together, gasping together, being in proximity of each other. And even though, you know, we've imbibed a lot of content at home and it's kind of saved us, you know, saved our sanity in some ways, but we are designed to be together and to enjoy storytelling together. There's nothing quite like it.
Absolutely. Thank you for everything you do. I hope the next time we talk, you can actually come in, which would be amazing. Thank you, David.
Oh, I look forward to that. Thanks, Lorraine.
Great
so lovely to see you.
Thank you.
Right.
Don't forget, you can watch full episodes of Lorraine on the ITV Hub and all the best clips, compilations and playlists right here on our channel. Just subscribe now and you'll never miss an upload. Click here to watch another video similar to this one, or click here to head to our channel's homepage to explore all of our exciting videos.